when you get married at a very early age, there is always an impact that you can divorce. Marriage is not a bed of roses. Let me tell you, Munene, you young people, when you are called bae, when you are called sweetheart, you think this is marriage. My friend, this is only a flower on top of a grave. Especially men. Can you marry when you are stable? No women feed men. I must prepare the youths and tell them that women, we have no grace of bringing up big babies. No, youths, munapenda kucheza michezo sana bila kujua consequences. Munapendanga sana kuingia kwa maji without a swimming costume. Munapenda sana. Kila kitu ni kuanguka nayo. If you realize you are getting irritated because your spouse did not send you an SMS during the day, please go back to your mother and grow fast. You can get married at 20. You can get married at 40. You can get married at 60, depending with your choice.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Munene Digital. My name is Munene. This is your official channel, your frontal channel in entertainment, celebrity, and human interest stories. Now, today I want to bring to you a very new show that I want us to introduce to this channel. I hope that this show is going to impact someone's life. Now, the name of the show will be The Fix. This is The Fix with me, Munene. Now, today I'm joined by none other but Dr. Namu, who will be the first guest for this show. And in this show, we'll be discussing matters that can impact someone's life, either family issues, society issues, economical issues. And that's why I've decided to come up with the name The Fix, because you're going to fix this nation together. Welcome on board. My name is Munene. Follow us on all our social media platforms at Munene Digital. Thank you so much for always subscribing and keeping it Munene Digital. Welcome on board. Karibu sana daktari.
Thank you. Thank you.
You look amazing. I have to start by saying you look amazing.
The best thing you'd have said that I look young.
You look young. Honestly, you look young.
I say that. I feel nice.
You feel good once I tell you look young, but you look beautiful.
When you hit 40, you always want to be told you look young.
But of course, life begins at 40.
Thank you so much. I'm amazed. My name is Dr. Namu, and I'm married with children, teenagers. So my life in this time is a bit chaotic. Is a bit troublesome because I'm trying to put up with the Gen Zs. I'm trying to adapt to Sheng. Sometimes they come say, Mother, uko fiti, uko bie. That is my life right now. It's not very good life, but I'm fitting. I am fitting. I'm excited, and I'm a counselor by profession, and I'm also a pastor. But much of my work is counseling. I deal with the marriages, I deal with the adolescents, I deal with the teenagers, I deal with youths, I deal with all round. What comes, we fix. Yes.
Too much on one person, of course. That's a very resourceful person. Dr. Namu, that is the person that will be hosting today. And today we'll be talking matters to do with young marriages and, of course, people who have found themselves in young marriages and put a blame on divorce. When divorce comes, they've always put a blame on that to the mother-in-laws, the sister-in-laws, the father-in-laws. Daktari, today we are here to talk about that issue. You've just said that wewe ni mama wa teenagers. And of late tumekuwa tukiona kwamba we've seen young marriages, or we've seen young people indulge themselves in these young marriages. And I actually even don't know why we call them young marriages, kwa sababu sijui kwani mtu anafaa oleke akiwa how old. Daktari, tell us, kwani mtu anafaa olewe akiwa how old? Because we are calling these people we are calling these marriages young marriages. And indeed our watu wako around 20s, they're in 20s, 25 years old. Kwani, which is the legal age mtu anafaa kuolewa?
Now, Munene, let me tell you. Hakuna age ya kuolewa. You can get married at 20. You can get married at 40. You can get married at 60. Depending with your choice. You people, young people, you love bringing pressure where it is not necessary. Where it is not necessary. Because we cannot find spouses the same time. Again, also, another determining factor of the time of getting married is your dreams. You want to do law, you want to do medicine, you stay in school for 7 years, you go for practice for 3-4 years. So at the end of it all, even if you joined the university when you are 20, you finish the university when you are 30. So you can't get married at 25. You understand, eh? So it depends with, number one, your choice. What is your choice? What do you want? So you can choose that I'll get married at 30. That is your decision. So let's not put a lot of pressure in saying that, oh, after 25, you are very old to get married. Let me ask you, are you sure if today I divorced my husband, I can't get married?
She looks beautiful.
Does it mean I can't get someone? I will get someone. You understand? Eh? So what I'm trying to say is, let the youth ease life for themselves. Make your life easy by not living the multitude way, but your own way. What do you want as a person? As a youth, as a young man, as a young lady, what do you want with yourself? So don't try complicating your life by trying to do what others are doing. Don't have peer influence in terms of personal life, because life has no rehearsal, Munene. You live once. You don't live twice. You don't live thrice. No. So why do you want to indulge yourself in multitude or mob thinking when you have your own life? You understand? Eh? So when I'm here, I don't want to state that getting married at 25 has any advantage over getting married at 30. Because it will depend with what were you doing when you are getting to 35. You have not been wasting time, of course. And again, also, it depends with how prepared are you to get into marriage. Because marriage is not a bed of roses. You know, let me tell you, Monene, you young people, when you are called bae, when you are called sweetheart, you think this is marriage. My friend, this is only a flower on top of a grave. When you start removing the soil, that is when you realize there is someone dead in that grave. So don't look at the flowers. Understand what is lying in that grave. You understand? Eh? So the youths, the problem is that some of the youths, they really want to do their things in a very hasty way. And they don't want to see it and do considerations. It is always to consider, because marriage will bring children, right? Marriage will bring other responsibilities. By the way, marriage will even protect you or deter you from doing some things that you can do when you are single. So when you are venturing into marriage, you must understand that marriage is a sacrifice. So you don't just get into marriage just because people are getting married. You have no house, you have no money to pay rent, you have no money to sustain your marriage. And then when you come into marriage, you start telling your wife that because we are partners, we need to start helping each other. Especially men. Can you marry when you are stable? No women feed men. I must prepare the youths and tell them that. Women, we have no grace of bringing up big babies. You understand? So when you are a young man, make sure that when you are bringing yourself into marriage, you can comfortably run that marriage even if your wife became irresponsible. Because many youths, they tend to think the way you are going to the hotel and you constitute a bill is how you are going to constitute issues in this marriage. It is not possible. Very few women will support their men, especially if this man is not very well stable. You understand? Eh? So those are some of the factors that youth must understand. That you get married because you are prepared, because you are set, and because you already know that you have the resources, because marriage requires resources. Number 4, you get into marriage because you have outgrown the childish life. Youths, let me ask you, Monene, what is the essence of a youth dating another youth, and this youth gets annoyed because the spouse did not send them an SMS during the day?
Kumwambia good morning.
Ama umevaa sweta.
Those are the types of marriages we have today, Daktari. We have to admit that.
But let me tell you, there is no difference between a marriage of 30 years ago and a marriage of today. No. No. Marriage does not revolutionize. No, marriage does not change. It is a man and a woman coming together. So what do you want to change? What do you want to make modern?
The way we do things, the way we communicate.
But even in our times, we used to communicate. We used to talk. It's only that us, we used letters more than phones. You understand, eh? And I didn't get annoyed when my husband did not send me a letter. So why are you getting annoyed because you didn't receive an SMS? You are not asked whether you gone for lunch. You are not asked how was your day. You are a grown-up. You don't get to marriage when you are a child. If you realize you are getting irritated because your spouse did not send you an SMS during the day, please go back to your mother and grow fast.
All right. Now, Daktari, thank you for the wise words. But I would also want to know, you've said there's no difference of one getting married while they're at 30 and while they're at 25 years. Is there anything wrong if someone decides to get married at maybe 20 or even below 20 years old? You know, sometimes it has happened. We've seen those cases. Now, they say that our marriage is working. Is there a problem, Daktari?
I don't think there is any problem, but there are consequences. Every age of marriage has its consequences. So when you get married at 17, 18, or even 15, because some of them, now, what are the reasons why many people get married when they are very young? One is pregnancy. A pregnancy has come. You know youths, munapenda kucheza michezo sana bila kujua consequences. Munapendanga sana kuingia kwa maji without a swimming costume. Munapenda sana. Kila kitu ni kuanguka nayo. Kila kitu ni kuanguka nayo. So, nyinyi hakuna kitu amuanguki nayo, ni kuanguka tu. But you must understand, hii kuanguka nayo, unaweza angukia mawe. Hii kuanguka nayo unaweza angukia mchanga. Hii kuanguka nayo unaweza angukia vitu mingi. So no, si kuanguka tu nayo, angalia unaanguka wapi. You understand, eh? So when you get married when you are very young, and when we're talking about young, we are talking about 15, 16, 17, 20, 21 hapo. One effect nimesema, you come to that marriage because of pregnancy. If the girl is pregnant, then you decide now because maybe hawezi rudi kwao, so anajipanga tu munakaa. So si ati munaoa. Munene ndoa mingi ambazo zinakuja juu ya mimba azikujange si ndoa.
It's circumstantial.
It's conditional. Ni katoto kametuleta pamoja. And so later, after like 10 years, you can fall in the hands of the love of your life.
Okay. Unaweza pata love of your life after umekuwa umeolewa.
You can fall now. Because you see, when you are 15, 13, 16, 18, 19, you don't even know what is love. So when you become mature, now you start knowing what you want. When you know what you want, now you start arguing that this is not the person I wanted. You understand, eh?
Hakuwa type yangu, hakuwa my type.
Hakuwa my type kwa sababu unajua umeolewa na maybe later ukarudi college. So kwenda college umerealize ya kumbe there are men who know English.
Wako na tundevu.
Yeah, kumbe there are men who, hey, what is this? And what is this am I putting in the house? You understand, eh? So that is another effect of getting married when you are very young. But you get married because you're pregnant. Number two, you get young because you have nothing else. No, parents are not able to support you. You are not able to support yourself. You have nothing else. Umekuwa house girl, umekuwa shamba boy, sasa utafanya nini tena? Si ni kuolewa tu. Hakuna option ingine. So some people get married very early because they are waiting for nothing. It's like their dreams were shattered because they don't see a future. Another thing that makes people to get married very early is their way of life. You know kuna watu, they start dating so early. At 13, you have a girlfriend, you have a boyfriend. So ukifikisha 20 ni kama unaona ni kukomzee sana. Because hii maneno ulianguka nayo kitambo sana. So wewe unaona, when I'm 18, I'm supposed to be a mature person or an adult. So those are some of the reasons why they used to get married. Also social media and influence. Ya kwamba hata tukingoja that hakuna kitu tunangoja. So wacha tu tuingie tu saa hii. Wacha tuendelee. That itatupata tu tukiendelea. But I want to say that it has a lot of consequences. Number one, I've said there are dreams that have been shattered because of early marriages. You understand, eh? Number two, tumepata watoto ambao they have irresponsible parents. Because you see, his babies getting babies. You understand, eh? So their children can really suffer. You make your children really suffer. So the children of a very young marriage, unless you are very responsible parents, these children can really, really suffer. Another effect of getting married at a very young age, there is a high probability of a divorce in the later days. You know why? Imagine getting married at 18. So when you are 30, umekaa kwa ndoa for 12 years. Don't you see it can be tiring? It can be tiring. So later you feel, it's like this thing is becoming a burden. Wacha niende nikakae kivyangu. You understand? Eh? So when you get married at a very early age, there is always an impact that you can divorce. There is a possibility that you divorce because you get tired. Again, you see, you didn't know what you expected. You didn't know what you wanted. So you are now looking for a few things and you are not getting them because you are looking for a grown-up from a baby. A grown-up cannot be a baby cannot be a grown-up. You understand? Eh? So I would tell the youth, I don't say that there's a specific age. That is what I started by saying. But at least after 21, 22, 23, now you are a bit mature. You understand? You are a bit mature. So you know what you want, you can decide. Then from there you can proceed whatever age that you want. But of course, you have to consider the menopause. You know that is also a factor. Kama mnataka mtoto, then God willing, kwa sababu huwa tunaoa tupate. Lakini kama hatutapewa bado hiyo ni ndoa. Sababu ndoa ambayo iko na watoto na ile haina bado ni ndoa. But kama mna consider that you're going to get a child, then you get married. You understand? You get married at least a bit ndio muweze kupata watoto. So when you get married when you are young, there is a probability that you can get wrong counsel. Unajua hamjui ni nini mnataka na mnaanza sasa kuadvisiana wenyewe kwa wenyewe. Like me, if I want to seek counsel, I know who I'm going to go after. But you see, when you are very young, wewe utapatana tu na mtu ameoa, unafikiria can be your counselor. You are cancelled by anyone. Yani wewe huna choice, unajua hujui hata nini unataka. So anybody who is married will cancel you. So others will tell you your money is your money, your money is our money. You understand such counsels, eh? So it is important that at least when you are a bit mature kidogo, so that you can be able to understand what exactly you want. But I want to say that personally as a counselor, and this is my personal view, is not the view of other counselors, I don't like very young marriages. Like 18, 19, I don't like very young marriages because when will you go to college? When will you start that business to grow yourself? You've already started bringing up children. The 50 shillings you are getting every day, instead of investing, you are taking it home for milk. You will not be able to build yourself. So I don't recommend very young. And nimesema young is below 20. That is too young. Wait until you are of age where you can be able to use your, but from 20, 21, I mean 22, 23 up, now from there you can proceed with any age. Yes.